Hello.
We're dealing with it. We're
We're
living
we're
the bad pilot hat life here.
we're living it. We're living through this. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the show. We are back for our fifth and final arc of World War Bug. And always make sure to check out Evil Hat Official to make sure to get Band of Blades, which is a form of Blades in the Dark, is what we're playing here. So if you're curious about what system we're playing, that's what it is. And if you're on our X or anything, it's labeled on there Evil Hat Official at Evil Hat Official. So let's get right into it. I'm going to give it to the guy who's on a struggle bus with his hat, and it's all you, Michael, right in the middle of it. Here you go. It's all you.
Hey, this beautiful pilot hat. Okay, I think I figured it out. Sometimes cosplay takes time. There we go. I think I figured it.
Beautiful.
Some issues with the straps. But anyway, I'm wearing this. I'm getting into character as a daring World War I aviator. Those daring men and their flying machines. And let's get started here. So, welcome to World War Bug, the epic insect military saga that takes you through a massive conflict, one teeny tiny battle at a time. And today's battle, as Scooter said, this is the beginning of the end. Three more. This is episode one of the final three. So two more after this. This arc is entitled "And They All Go Marching." As our soldier ants go marching one by one, two by two, three by three, little one stops to tie his shoe, and we'll see. We'll see if they all survive. This episode is entitled "The Flying Flea Circus," and we'll get into that flying flea circus in a little bit. I'm gonna do a quick newspaper article and a recap, and then we'll begin the adventure. But let's go ahead and meet our insect soldiers. So please tell me who you are, who you're playing, and how they're feeling as they head back to the backyard front. Starting with Nick.
Hello everyone, I'm Nick, and once again I'm playing Lance Corporal Max Flores, the sniper. After a fun little adventure um, alone, trying to get back to his squad, um, he's he kind of just wants to like get things going for the next leg of the thing, find our quarry. So yeah.
Let's see. Well, you're hot on the trail of that one. All right. Also joining us, it is Patrick.
Hello, I'm Patrick. I am playing Sergeant Ektom Lucano, the soldier, army and soldier, uh, who's feeling apprehensive about going back to another front. Feeling a little ragged. He's feeling very injured. Um, Not doing so hot. Yeah, that's
Well, I certainly, yeah, I certainly can't fault him for that. And then rounding us out, we are joined by Dallas.
Hello, I'm Dallas, and I'm playing Corporal Stilly Dream Tree, Ladybug Medic. She is definitely near wits end, I guess, and near life's end. She's never, I don't know, well, no, technically never been this close to death. But I think it was all worth it. You know, when they say don't split the party, they mean it. Things are possible, but man, do you pay for it. But we're alive. Yes, we're alive. And my teammates, especially more than myself, I can say, made the enemy pay quite heavily for what they even did to us. They have some some wounds to heal themselves. That's for sure.
Fair enough. Yeah, very very astute observation. I'll go ahead and do a quick news article, then a little bit of a recap, and we'll get right into the action. All right, so this is, of course, like all of our news articles from the Mid-Afternoon Waggle Dance by Buzz Peachtree. The Greenleaf Guards have traveled across the entire world, or at least a good portion of the Bloom household's interior and their backyard, and fought in half a dozen fronts. They stormed the concrete shores of Pool Noodle Bay and traversed the burning gravel of the sandbox. They survived the frozen heights of the freezer and battled across the air conditioning cooled plains of the kitchen. They clambered to the heavens themselves, fighting on the rooftop and the eatery front. Now, the war has brought them back to where they started, in the mud and blood of the backyard front. This is where the frenzied fighting of the Bug War first reached its current level of ferocity. This is where the war will be decided. The Nessenheim Empire, under the Iron Kaiser, have successfully ended fighting on the kitchen front and smashed any hopes of an assault from the Kingdom of Eatery. Now, they can bring the full might of their power into the backyard. The Insect Entente, the Kingdom of Hillington, and the Republique du Leaf have a new ally, the United Hives, the bees, wasps, and hornets of my own nation, who are flying in from our home beyond the backyard fence to enter the fray. But the question on every bug's mind is simple. Will it be enough? The Greenleaf Guards have another foe, who they have clashed with throughout the war. The ruthless arms dealer slaver ant, Sir Basil Rosemary Time. He's been chased out of Hillington ranks, and now stands with the Nessenheim forces. As both nations prepare for the final push, they ready for their final showdown as well. This reporter has a simple and terrible question. When the dust clears, which bug will be left? All right, so with that out of the way, we'll get into the action. So you guys, after surviving the disastrous Battle of Pimento in the Eatery Kingdom, which Eatery took such a horrific defeat that they require Hillington and Republique de Leaf soldiers to help them out. You guys have been taken from that and removed to the backyard front, where everybody knows. I mean, all the other sides of the war are ultimately sideshows, especially after the kitchen closed up. This is where the entire war is going to be decided. And you guys return after, for humans, it's be like years and months. For bugs, it's like, a day or so. But it's been a huge amount of time for you as you come back. And you can see that, the front, it's gotten all the carnage, the chaos, the static nature of the war has only increased. You're coming in pretty far back from the lines, so things still look relatively green. There's still bits of grass growing up. There's still some plants. There's lots of military forces, lots of Hillington and Republic of Leaf ants moving around. But further on, just a little bit of look, you can see as it goes, the grass just dies out until it's gone completely. And then there's just this endless expanse of hellish mud, trenches, and then beyond that, no bugs land. Just stringy bits of tinfoil wire, exoskeletons rotting out in the sun, craters, piles of mud, just like a moonscape. And then way further on, you can see the Nessenheim lines. So things have certainly gotten more intense, but nowhere closer to victory. You do also see there's a bunch of bugs from the United Hives who would come over, who are looking. They're a bit fresh. They're green. They haven't really seen what trench warfare is like. But all these happy looking bees and wasps are buzzing around, eager to get in there, and all the wary old time soldiers are just kind of staring at them and shaking their heads and their antenna as they know what's in store. So you guys are found pretty quickly by Captain Little, the rather slippery intelligence officer who is nominally your ally, who greets you and says, well, fellows, how are you settling in?
Glad to be back.
Ah, yes, nothing like the
One way to
comforts of
say it.
home, eh?
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Something like that.
Be nice to get a little bit of rest before we're shift off elsewhere.
Oh yes, quite. I take it you're still on the trail of our mutual acquaintance, the good Sir Basil.
Yeah, but I think we're
Yes.
close.
That
We've
we
heard
are.
he's-
From up.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go on.
So we've heard he's out this way. Come with, take a look.
Yes. According to my sources, he's in the Nessenheim ranks, providing them with support and weapons. So I'll see if I can get you close enough to take a shot at him. Be a relief for both of us if he was out of the picture.
All Max needs.
Oh yeah.
All right. He's like, but in the meantime, I'm afraid you lads will have to earn your keep. There's special mission, a most dangerous one, most vital to the war effort, and I volunteered you.
Great.
Seems like you're just trying to tie up loose ends while you're at it, huh?
Oh, Sergeant Lucano, no, not at all. I'm simply trying to allow you to serve your country, and believe me, this is a mission that has the safety of Hillington itself is at stake. So it is vitally important that you succeed.
Got it.
Little looks at you, Dream Tree, and he's like, in fact, I wonder if this might play to your strengths. You don't seem as what's the word? Bloodthirsty as these other bugs. Is that right?
Oh, push me enough.
She definitely knows her
That's a
stuff.
little like he looks a little scared. Like he steps back at that. He's like, "Oh well, we'll certainly see. I certainly have no desire to do that. But tell me, are any of you chaps afraid of heights?"
Should I?
No, it's the ground that kills you.
True.
Yes. Well, follow me. He takes you like right into the heart of the Hillington sort of military headquarters. This like trying to think of what would be a cool like big base building. Maybe like a giant Coca-Cola bottle on its side that has been turned into like the military headquarters. Um, he leads you in. There's like lots of staff officer bugs running around. Um, Lots of like maps of all the various fronts and all the forces arrayed against each other on the walls. He brings you right to the heart of it, and there you meet with Sir Dudley or Field Marshal Sir Dudley Dandelion, this old ant with like very elaborate antenna, very big like mustache, um, fancy military uniform, like Sam Brown belt, uh, lots of little like medals made of like tinfoil and old medals made of metal. Um, Even little ceremonial sword. He's like sitting there looking over orders, signing things, sending them out. Um, Watching as like people move little tiny, like really tiny, like playing pieces around on the map to show where the forces are. Um, as you come in, he looks at you. You guys better salute. Like this is the commander in chief of like all of Hillington's forces here in the backyard. He returns a salute. At ease. You're the Greenleaf Guards that I've heard so much about. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Very good. I got a mission for you of the utmost importance. I don't think you've been back to the hill, have you? Chance for some leave?
Not recently.
No, sir.
Ah, shame. Well, perhaps a good thing, because if you were there, you would see that, as hard as may be to be believed, our beautiful little island is under attack. Yes, it seems that the puddle which has surrounded Hillington and provided defense for so many years is no longer a shield. The enemy, you see, has taken to the air.
Oh,
For the past several days, yes, go on.
No, just
continue,
Right.
sir.
Very good. For the past several days, the enemy has launched lighter than aircraft, floated them above the puddle, and rained down death from above. It is the Iron Kaiser's lighter than air balloon animal fleet. You see, the youngest Hillington child recently had a birthday party. There was a clown. He constructed balloon animals, several of them, and they fell into the hands of Hillington and were transformed into war machines. It was a horrible thing. The little larva in the tunnel, the egg in the queen's egg chamber, perhaps even Her Majesty herself could fall victim to one of these bombs plummeting down from the sky. Such are the horrors of modern war. Now, Captain Little, the sources have informed me that one of the largest of Nessenheim's balloon animal airships, BD-44, that stands for Balloon Dog 44, is going to be sailing across some neutral ground across the battlefield for a bombing sortie. It is vitally important to the security of Hillington that BD-44 never reach its destination. I'm going to put you with some of our best fighters in the Royal Paper Airplane Corps, or the RPAC. Some of the best flyers around. They'll do their best to train you in the art of aerial combat for what time we have. And then you'll be sent up against the powerful air forces of the Iron Kaiser. From then on, I shall leave it to you to decide how to handle BD-44.
Okay.
I trust you understand the severity of this mission.
Yes.
Very good. Your queen and your anthill is counting on you.
of course.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So we'll go ahead and slide into the campaign phase here. And when we get to it, I'll reveal the three kind of options you have for dealing with Balloon Dog 44. But let's go ahead and do some much needed R&R or some much needed stress relief with our quartermaster.
Yeah.
What?
So Nick, let's go ahead and do the quartermaster phase here.
Yes. Definitely feel like some liberty is in order. I'm actually just gonna right off the bat boost it to clear all the stress and add some morale.
Ooh. That's nice.
Yeah. Increase morale by 4. Clear all stress. So that'll cost one of the supplies that we have, which is fine. We have enough.
All right, so
All
that
right,
clears.
That
stress
clears
and
all stress. Yep.
What's the morale factor thing?
It's for one of the other people.
Okay.
I don't think it has to do with us, per se.
It has to do with the marshal.
Marshall, that's what it was. Yes.
Adding morale brings it up.
Oh,
Max.
got it. Things like connect to other roles and help and play off of it.
Yeah.
So we have 2 campaign actions due to the marshal.
Great.
The Greenleaf Guard is in high spirits,
Huzzah.
even if we are not.
And we're no longer stressed.
That's
Yeah.
I'm no longer on the verge of dying.
You and me both, friend.
Oof. All right. Well, some healing could also occur, perhaps.
Yes, I think some rest and retribution might be a good idea. Which is each legionary marks a tick in any harm row. Once a row of healing's ticks are full, erase the ticks and the injuries in that row. if we wound if you wound a mercy, one specialist gains an extra healing tick. Do we? Yeah, we do have a mercy that we could use. Finally heal any mercy's wounds before this recuperation action. Wait, what? Before this recuperation action?
It's like if a mercy was wounded before they get cleared.
Oh, I see. I could also boost that one as well to do another healing tick.
How many
It'd be
ticks would that be
worthwhile.
so far?
Base without using a mercy, it would be 2. With a mercy, it'd be 3.
Wait, so I can clear 2 harm.
So you can do 2 ticks on a row.
Uh-huh.
Just choose a row and
Oh, dope. Okay.
so yeah, I'm just gonna spend the supply again. So I think 2 ticks is a good starting point. And then let me know if we need help from a mercy as well.
That puts me. I'd have my bottom row filled. I still have that filled. What about you?
Okay.
My bottom rows. It's I'm just now into my second level harm. I got 1. That
You
to
have
deal with.
one more tick on that one?
No, I have 2. I have 2 ticks for that one.
Oh, okay. I could help you out with that with Mark of Mercy.
I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Okay. We think we're good with that, then.
All right. Well, I will say, just quick reminder: you got not to meta game, but there's 2 episodes left. So
True.
Yeah, I mean at this point it's what's gonna happen's gonna happen.
I like that fatalistic approach.
End of the war.
All right. That's true.
Yep. So that'll be the War Master's actions.
All right. So let's bop over to our marshal, and then we'll do the commander. Let me go ahead and describe the mission. So you got to take out BD 44, and there's 3 kind of possibilities. If you destroy it, it counts as an assault mission. If you hijack it, it'll be a supply mission that gives you 3 supply. And you can't destroy it and hijack it. You got to decide one or the other.
No.
But you could, depending on what you do, you can do either, and then there are military plans on it for other bombing runs and in general for the Kaiser's plans. So if you steal plans as well as that could be a secondary mission or the primary mission, and then one of the other ones could be the secondary. That gives you 3 intel. That's a recon mission. So you can pick 2 from that list. But if you do destroy, you can't pick hijack, and vice versa.
Gotcha. Wow.
So what'll it be?
Should we? Do we need the supply?
We're at 1 supply now after this, so it's not crucial, but if we don't get the supply, that's fine.
I think we should go for the destruction.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
So do we want to do destruction and then maybe getting the plans or whatever? If that makes sense.
All right. What'll be the primary and what'll be the secondary?
What do we want to leave for the group? Do we want to leave the having plans to the Greenleaf Guard, or do they want to leave destruction to the Greenleaf Guard?
I don't know if it. I mean, either way it would work.
What were the parameters for the other one? The not the bullet destruction one?
The hijack, that is a
Yeah.
supply one. Gives you 3 supply.
No, it was supplier. It was hijack or destroy. And what was the third one? Gather plans.
Yeah, which is intel, or sorry, recon. It gives you
Recon.
3 intel, and it's a recon mission.
I think we're generally pretty good with the intel. I think we should send the other group to deal with that.
Okay, so we'll be on destruction.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll have like 2 teams boarding. One goes for the plans, one goes to blow it up.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. I think before we do let's hold off on the engagement roll because I want to kind of to set the stage a little bit. I know, Band of Blades is supposed to go right to the action, but I kind of want to like see what you guys are flying in first.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so we'll cut back the engagement roll in a little bit. We will have you guys are like you're taken by little tiny Hot Wheels cars. Roll them out a bit further back to the countryside, and you come to the aerodrome. This like big old airfield, carved out in kind of a shady spot on the lawn, where the Royal Paper Airplane Corps is there. There's like all sorts of different kind of wacky flying machines. Most of them are, of course, paper airplanes. Like most kids, the Bloom kids love making paper airplanes, love throwing them out. And the bugs have repurposed them into flying death machines. So after you guys get out and you're walking over, checking out some of these aircraft, you are joined by a fire ant who's wearing like full pilot attire, nice like silk scarf made of like a tiny bit of lint in a rakish angle, flapping dramatically in the breeze. Waves you over and says, "Hello there. Here you're going to go up into the wild blue yonder with us, eh?"
Can't
So
say that
thanks.
I'm particularly happy about it. I'm generally like being planted firmly to the ground.
Oh, you've nothing to worry about. Though I will tell you this, our casualty percentage rates are like pretty much equal to what the infantry has. So
Oh, good.
yeah, it's very dangerous.
So then we're gonna all live. Great.
Yes, I hope so. Good news though, if your aircraft's destroyed, most likely you blow up and die instantly. So less chance of
Great.
being wounded. You might get cooked alive, and you might still be alive and screaming as your plane flies down and crashes into the earth below. So there is that possibility too, I'm afraid. But lot of death, not much wounding, so that's good. Rather, I think.
Yes, and I noticed you have a splinter pistol at your side. Do we also get one of those in case of emergencies?
Yes, and you'll be going up with your weapons as well because we're doing something unique in the annals of warfare, a boarding mission.
Yes, at high speed.
So you'll have. I know, it's wonderful, isn't it? I should introduce myself, by the way. I am Bert Ball. They call me Bouncy Ball.
Huh?
Is it because you've crashed lots and have survived your crashes?
Exactly.
I hate when I'm right.
Oh yes. Don't worry, you are in good mandibles. And he points over to his plane, and you see he does have like a little playing card ace, like glued to the side there. So
Yeah, what's
he's
the
like,
ace for?
I know my business. Yes. So I'll get you up there, nothing to worry about. We'll talk about what aircraft you want to take, but I do want to warn you, if you're going after BD-44, it has a rather terrible set of guardian angels.
Okay.
Have you heard of the flying flea circus?
Don't think I
Can't
have.
say I have.
Ah, they are the most elite Nessenheim flyers. They're led by a particularly powerful flea uh, by the name of Mustard von Redenbacher.
Oh,
Yes, he paints
Sounds like a
his
mean
paper
bastard.
airplane. Oh yes, he's good. He's a good scrapper. He's a good flyer. He's a nasty fighter though, and he shot many of my mates down over the years, or hours.
Does he do anything special to his plane to signify him in the sky?
Oh yes, you'll recognize it. He's painted
Has-
it bright red, with a lot of crayon.
Has anyone ever seen him fly? Or
Yes, he's in it. He's in that the red he's in the red paper airplane. The red buzzer they call him because he likes to work his wings. As he flies in and shoots you down.
What I mean to ask is, are there anything that we could look for, such as tactics that he employs to either try to counter or at least just be on the lookout for? He must be a sneaky fellow if he is still alive and killed so many.
That's true. I would say his major tactic that makes him so dangerous is his daring. It's as if he's incapable of feeling fear, which maybe considered a downside in a soldier, but he uses it. He always presses the attack. He's extremely aggressive. And he's got the skills to back it up.
Who's our most fearless pilot?
Yes. So if we can stick together and make a good front against him, we'll do our best. But just making you aware of the red buzzers out there. Though, of course, all of the flying flea service are dangerous. They all have very colorful paper airplanes, so they're pretty easy to mark out, but they're all expert flyers.
all right.
So let's get you lot in some aircraft as well and see how you do. I'll give you a little bit of training, and then up we go. So you got to pick out what kind of crazy planes you want and how you're sort of going to position yourself. Like, are you all going to be flying in one? Are you going to try riding in multiple aircraft? And you can also decide, like, there's a lot of paper airplanes. There are also some balloons, too. Some, like, lighter than air, like party balloons or, like, other little just, like, basic round balloons. And you guys do have the bomber balloon as well that you can like call in for air support. You could use that to lift you up.
It's true.
So how do you think you want to soar up above the not in the clouds, because you're certainly not getting that high up, but above the grass, above the backyard.
The low-hanging fog.
Yeah.
I think Ektom would definitely be in the. Is there a gunner seat on these things, or are they just single prop planes?
Right. They have a few varieties. Your standard paper airplane fighter just like seats one. It's like a very like narrow, sleek, kind of needle-shaped one. But there's like the more like chunkier, kind of like wide-winged cousin to that. And that one can seat like two, kind of close together, so you could have one manning a gun as well while someone else flies.
I think Ektom would look to be like whoever's going up in. If we take one of the balloons, like the boarding action, that is going to be the biggest target out there. You will be largely defenseless. It'll be up to the planes to do the defending.
True.
But it will get everybody up there very easily.
Yeah.
We won't have to try to figure out how to do a high speed disembarkment in the air.
Yeah.
Should we put the solid shells on the blimp, and then we be pilots defending them and getting them on board? Or do you guys want to go on there as well?
be fun to try and fly. See if I can figure out how shooting while going at high speeds works.
Billy?
I don't intend to pilot much unless I have to. I'll shoot what I have to. But if the balloon is the main thing that we need to get up there, for like, is it like because of supply needs and stuff like that?
Well, so like, if we take the balloon, basically we can just get like the entire like other group onto the balloon without
Right.
much issue.
Okay.
It'll just
So-
be us trying in the air trying to defend it,
Yeah,
and then we have to find a way into the ship. Though we
I'll
could
be
also
up for
destroy
that.
from the outside.
I'll definitely be up for that, riding and defending, rather than things going at high speed. I think is her way to go.
Right. So it sounds like
Um,
Dream Tree's in the air balloon.
Yeah, I think that's her. That's her speed.
I will hand you my handy dandy twig and placement. This thing is beaten all to hell. Has seen multiple fronts. It's like hasn't jammed on me yet.
Cool. Anything else I should know about? Does it have like any pull to the left or anything like that based on this? Based on this stock that you clearly beat people with several times.
You do have to lead to the left a little bit.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, so she'll definitely check the chamber at the site, make sure everything's ready to go, and be like, oh, okay. Here we go. Someone help me get this on.
All right, Dream Tree's popping in the balloon with this huge twig emplacement. Where is Lucano going to position himself?
Lucano's gonna be in one of the single prop on his own. Pretty good at
man.
shooting.
All right,
Let's see how good he is
Okay.
at flying.
nice. You hop into one of these little paper airplanes. You're able to do like a few kind of practice flights in. So you manage to become, decently adept at it. All right. How about Flores?
I think he'd probably also be in a single prop. Because he probably wouldn't be too bad at like high speed maneuvers.
Oh yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, you hop in one. These guys, they all have like kind of two twig emplacements, mounted by the side, and they've got like sort of a rubber band controlled like bomb bay. So like pulling some rubber bands out, you can drop explosives out of the bottom, drop a bunch of pebbles down on the enemy as you zoom along. All right, so we got our airplanes. We know where the enemy is. Let's start flying over. The sortie begins to try and take down BD-44. It is time for the engagement roll.
Okay. I'm gonna say that we spent a intel on this. To give us an extra die. Make my adjustment. Currently at 4 dice. We're doing the assault mission, correct?
Yes.
Do we have the ability to arm ourselves with black shot with the venom rounds?
Yeah, I think we still got some black shot left.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then are any of the legionnaires starting the mission wounded?
No, not me.
I am.
Yep.
So it's
I
still
could
like
do with some wounds. Yeah.
it's 3
Gain
dice.
a dice, lose a dice. 3 dice. Okay. Not the worst. That's pretty good actually. A lot of chances for good stuff.
A 2, a 3, and a 6.
Woo!
Oh boy. An intense roll. Okay. So first of all, secondary mission. They
Uh,
successfully land. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, they successfully they succeed, and Private Schultz and Private Robust are dead.
Oh,
Ah,
Yeah.
they're just like gunned down as they make their way through the halls of BD 44. But they
Um,
successfully get the plans and exfil out of there and fly and manage to make it down. But let's go ahead with Team Destroy as you guys are zooming in, starting in a good controlled position. So I would say, like, thanks to that, um, you guys all head out together. It's you two, Flores and Lucano in your fighter aircraft, followed by Dream Tree and some other Greenleaf guards sort of trundling along in the big floating balloon. You're zooming along through the air, clear skies. You cut across the trenches. You see, like, down below the other, the foot soldier ants who are marching out or dug into the trenches, like watch you zoom off and like raise a cheer and hoist their guns up, wishing you good fortune as you zoom out on your sortie. You're flying along, and thanks to that controlled position, you're able to get like you are able to like kind of hug through the side of the backyard using the branches of like a big old tree for cover, and you come around and like strike right at the flank of BD 44. So as you come out, you're like almost right on top of this big purple balloon dog. It's classic balloon animal, like sort of kind of sausage style, like segments all tied together, um, reconfigured into a war machine. It's floating along. So this big balloon dog is floating along, and you see like there's lattice work and sort of undercarriages all along its length. This kind of like metal, um, almost like tumors, sort of sprouting from the balloon dog's body as it's floating inexorably across the battlefield, making for Hillington. You don't see their flying flea circus escort just yet, but they do have a lot of like gunners in the balloon dog itself. So you have a little while to like close in before the flying flea circus is there. Uh, Unlike real biplanes, which make a lot of noise, their propellers, these things are relatively quiet, so you can shout to each other as you are zooming in. So you hear a booster shouting, very dramatically, like, uh, "All right, lads, there she is. Let's go ahead and make a pass over her. Mind those guns, though. This dog's got teeth." All right. So
alrighty.
as you guys zoom in, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with Flores. We'll sort of bounce
Alrighty.
along.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, we'll just do a volley on the. I think he's actually gonna try and see if he can get a few of the guns out of the way.
Okay. This could be shoot or wreck. I think either is good. I mean, totally open for other ideas too, of course.
Yeah, no, I'm all for shooting.
All right, let's roll them. Uh, this is gonna be risky. You're not quite desperate just yet.
Yeah. All right. We'll see how it is with my current dice set. And yeah. Okay. 5.
Pretty good. Okay, do it. There's a consequence.
Okay.
We're gonna go with the reduced effect. I think. Like,
Okay.
you fly over, you do a pass. But what do you think stops you from like I mean, you do like a decent amount of damage, but what do you think stops you from like totally destroying the turrets?
Um, I think it's just he's not quite used to um the idea of he's used to like following the shot and like or like leading the shot, but not as much as he needs to for for aircrafts. So
Mm,
didn't quite hit the mark he
definitely.
was hoping for.
Oh yeah, like it's unfamiliar. You've had like 5 minutes of training.
Yeah.
So, you work the joystick, the sort of twigging placements on the side, or rat-a-tat-tatting. Um, you see like the ants on some of these turrets on like the top and the sides of the balloon dog, like scrambling to get to their guns. One of them just like blows up, and there's like blast of fire on the side of the balloon dog, and you just peel up and zoom away for another pass. But there's definitely still a lot of turrets there. All right, Lucano, your turn.
Has the balloon just landed yet, or
No, it's still floating in, so that'll be up to kind of Dream Tree to try and land it if he can, if she
got
can.
it? Can I attempt to clear like a landing spot for them?
Oh, great idea.
It's probably I think a wreck probably.
Absolutely. Do you want to like aim for the top of the dog, or like try and kind of blow apart one of the undercarriages below it or on the side?
Probably try to blow up one of the undercarriages below it, like blow open a hole in it so they can like pull up next to it and then hop in.
All right. Sounds risky, but go for it.
That's double one. That's snake eyes. Ah.
Oof.
Oh.
Unbelievable. Okay, I think it's risky. It's not desperate.
Yeah.
Um okay. I think what happens, you rush in for this sweep. Unfortunately, what you thought the flying flea circus wasn't there, but the red buzzer, um besides being fearless, he's good at like surprising the enemy. Like he's always good at being where he's least expected. And this time he was on the underside of the balloon dog. He was like hiding right there, mashing its flight. So as you come down, like his plane, a very sleek paper airplane painted bright red with like crayons and like fun Nessenheim like iron crosses and stuff on the sides, just like peels out, goes right behind you. You have like a second to look behind you. You see his gun, his plane has like a little mini sport gun like rigged up under it, and he's
That's
you
mean.
see this. Yeah, and it gets worse. In the seat, you see this little tiny flea, very very you know strikingly handsome, perhaps, but no mustache.
Hmm.
Um, Unlike what those pizza boxes say. Uh, but it is indeed Mustard von Redenbacher. He presses one of the levers. You hear him just like maybe muttering something like "Farewell, Hillington man," and then the squirt gun squirts bug spray, like liquid bug spray, drenching you and your plane.
No.
Can I attempt to resist or avoid the consequence?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I'm getting it. I'm good in with this sort of rule, so
Okay,
I'll just instead of taking damage, I'll take stress.
okay.
Uh, I take one stress. The highest I rolled on 5 dice was a 5.
Wow. Well, it's better than it's better than injury.
Yeah. I see this and I just basically I just throw myself and I just dive, just like fight or flight instincts kicking in, just reckless abandon, just drop out of the sky essentially.
Awesome. Yeah, your plane just like dips down, nosedive. Um, the bug spray just like cuts through the air. You can sort of smell like the acrid, acidic, raid liquid.
Oh, the
Um,
borax.
yeah, terrible. But thankfully, due to that very intense white knuckle maneuver, you avoid getting drenched, and you pull away. All right. So at this point, you can see other flying flea circus planes are starting to like come out from behind the tree, flying over to help. Um, Bouncy Ball and some of his fighter pilots start zooming down to meet them, and a full-on crazy aerial dogfight is occurring. Okay, Dream Tree, you're flying this hot air balloon close with the boarding party. What are you doing?
All right. How easy or not is our possible approach? Do we have anything that's keeping us from landing safely?
There's still a bunch of turrets that are like could fire at you,
Okay.
and yeah, obviously the turrets are the biggest threat right now to landing.
All right. Am I alone on this, or is there anyone else with me?
There's a bunch of other Greenleaf guards who are with you, other soldiers.
Okay. I'll just sort of say, good job on getting him out of hiding, Sergeant. And I'll just try to direct them to shoot at the guy in red. But I'm going to see if I can use the twig emplacement to knock out some of the ones that are causing us not to land. Because they got to go.
Idea. I think we're still risky.
Okay. So what can I apply to this?
Oh, I mean, it could be shoot, it could be wreck, maybe.
Okay, I'll take wreck. I have one in that.
All right. I
All
could
right.
give you, of course, the devil's bargain, or you could push yourself too for extra die.
I'll push myself on this one, but it's hard for me to resist the bargain. It's so fun. Offer me again later, please.
All right.
2 stress, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so 2 stress, add a die. Here we go. Oof, 4 and 1. 4.
Ooh, okay, well, good thing with the 4. It was only risky, so not quite desperate. You unload that twig emplacement, you blast apart one of the turrets. So the way is clear. Unfortunately, I'm gonna say, like, as you go over to board, you get into a desperate situation.
Okay.
Like, your aircraft is the balloon's floating down, you're like meeting the you're cruising around to the bottom of the hot air balloon dog, the balloon dog. But as you close in, like, into this sort of undercarriage area, you see a bunch of Nessenheim bugs are rushing out to meet you. These are like the sailors, the air bugs who are controlling this. They got like pistols, but worse than that, they've got like hatchets, like little tiny axes made of like nails and other bits of rusted metal, which gives the Iron Kaiser his name. And there's like grappling hooks are being thrown over to try and secure the hot air balloon in place. They're trying to like cut them free and also hack away at the ants trying to hop aboard, cutting them down and making them plummet to their doom. So it's turned to kind of a nasty up close melee fight as you're trying to get aboard.
Okay.
All right. Let's check in with Flores. Seems to be having the most success out of anybody so far.
I don't know about that.
Better than me.
Well, see, now the question is, who do I try and help out with this? I think. Oh, jeez. I think right now I'm gonna try and maybe cut down a few of the attackers that are going towards Dream True and the rest of them who are trying to board it. So.
All right.
Yeah. There's a 6.
Oh.
6 and 2 4s.
All right. Awesome. This was let's see. I would say, I don't know, maybe it's not desperate for you. I would say it's risky though.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, you like do a quick or actually you describe it. How do you like a six was a
Um,
serious success. How do
yeah.
you like save Dream Tree's hide over there?
I think as they're sort of like rushing, they sort of like, well, let's see, because they're like on the underside. I think it's sort of, I think I just find like a random like, how to describe it. There happens to be like a powder keg somewhere, like randomly on
Yeah,
the
I love
ship
that.
and it just sort of it takes out a huge chunk of the attacking forces.
Nice. Um, you just like sweep down, do this kind of the strafe, blast into one of the powder kegs. Um, a bunch of like the air bugs coming out just get like blown to pieces. Ant chunks, ants flying down, screaming as they plummet. Uh, dozens of inches to their doom, far below. But now for Dream Tree, the way is clear, and him and his bugs can go inside and the claim the balloon
It's like, all right,
if they can. I mean, I'm sure there's more dangers waiting inside though.
yeah. I sort of like wave over a dream tree and then I'm sort of like, all right, I got the hang of this now, and I start heading towards the red, Mr. Red.
Red buzzer.
Yes.
All right, Lucano. Bad news for you. That red buzzer is like right on your tail.
I know. I'm being just hunted down. I have a absolutely wild idea.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm going to attempt to crash my plane into the balloon dog in order to join the boarding action.
All right, good
If
plan.
I don't have the confidence that I can shake him. He I'm a novice pilot and he is the Red Baron. I don't know the role
Oh,
for
I
this. I
think-
feel this is such a dumb idea.
To crash your plane. It could be wrecked. I mean, you're like driving, you're wrecking your plane into it. I think wreck could be maneuver, maybe.
Ooh, can I do maneuver?
Maneuver is good. Also, it's not a dumb idea. It's a great idea.
It's yeah, you're right. It's a silly idea. It is
It's a brilliant idea.
foolish idea.
I'm going to take my perfectly good airplane and crash it into that one. There we go.
Crash
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Well, look, the paper airplane.
No. I love it. I love it.
It is
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
pick
desperate.
I'm gonna pick a spot that's not near where they boarded via via the balloon, via our balloon. So I'm just gonna basically try to crash it in and hopefully survive. Okay. I do have over the top, which though when I charge into the teeth of an enemy that number outguns me, I can add a die to my maneuver.
This certainly counts.
And I'm going to burn one of my uses of grit for 4 dice to really just sell this home like.
All right. Let's see what happens. This is very tense.
I rolled a 1, a 1, a 1, and a 5.
Oh my god.
I rolled 3 ones. The game was trying to kill me.
Yeah, the game's working really hard to kill you.
I'm so glad. I feel like that grit die was the actual difference between me dying.
If you rolled 3 ones, I don't know what it would be like something catastrophic would happen.
Oh, absolutely. I would attempt to resist it. I'd be like, I can't. That's it for Lucano.
Yeah, that might be the end of Lucano. If like three ones would be death, I think.
Yeah, I would. I feel like I should retire the character at that point.
The 5 is okay though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the please mark experience too.
Yeah.
A serious complication. Okay. You drive your paper airplane down. Are you aiming like on like the top of the dog or like going to the side?
I'm trying to go in through the side so like I can actually like climb out into one of these undercarriages and then try to make my way around from there.
Right. Okay. Um, I would say you smash your way through. Um, what harm are you at right now? I think you healed some.
Yes, I have a level 2 wound that is have a bullet wound in my side, and that's a level 2 harm. That's about it.
Okay, but I think you have armor though, right?
I do have armor.
Okay, I think this will take the armor.
Okay.
So you don't take any more wounds. Just like as you get like smashed around, paper airplane finally comes to a halt. It's like wedged in, and you were kind of like trapped in the wreckage. Like you got to figure out some way to get yourself out of there. Your seatbelt made out of a little tiny bit of yarn is like kind of stuck and holding you down. There's like bits of paper folded up around you. You're in a big cootie catcher of death.
Yeah,
and then
not
as
great.
you're, yep, and then as you're stuck, you like look ahead. You hear pounding footsteps coming across like sort of these metal like causeways. There's a bunch more air bugs are like rushing over to try and get you. And right now, stuck as you are, you're kind of a sitting duck. All right, we will cut away. Dream Tree, you are close enough to see this. Like it's kind of like sort of a little bit of ways. It's kind of like above you. You're in like the dog's belly. This is like on the side of the dog.
As far as
So
where
you can look up and
Lucano-
see Lucano's airplane smashed in. You did do a good amount of damage to the air balloon, though.
Good.
Okay. So all I know is I heard a big crash. I have no clue if the sergeant is alive.
I would say you can see him, like, or you at least can like you can see his kind of outline. You know he's moving around. You can see the wreckage of his plane, but you don't know how like bad he's hurt or anything.
Okay. All right, but I'm far away. Got it.
Not super far away though.
Okay. Because my goal would be try to get him out of that wreckage if I could, but if I can't get there,
I think you could get there. It might be difficult, but you could definitely get there to get to him.
oh no, I mean difficult, whatever. That word has nothing in my nothing to me right now. Let's get to Lucano if that's the possibility. Yes. Just tell me what to roll. I'm doing it.
Okay, let's do a maneuver for some wing walking or
Ooh. Okay.
side of the dog crawling.
All right.
Sergeant Lucano made a very good analogy. Yeah, but didn't quite. I don't think that one quite destroyed it. Which
It actually it did. So I
right,
was
okay.
comparing my action to what happened with the A-wing fighter in Return of the Jedi. By crashing the A-wing into the bridge, it destroyed the command center, and the ship then collided with a fellow Star Destroyer, destroying both. There's 3 of
Whoa,
them, and
okay.
they took out 2 of them at once with that.
Whoa, you're not quite there yet. But
That's
like,
true. I'm not dead. I'm not,
Yeah.
I did not end up like him yet. Oh, which, by the way, he actually has a name. Arvin Frenid.
oh, good
R.I.P.,
Star
dude.
Wars name.
Good stuff. Yeah, great Star Wars name.
All right, so Dream Tree is going to be desperate, I think, for you and for him.
Okay. So maneuver.
Do you
Oh,
want
no.
a devil's bargain or push yourself before you roll? Or if
I
you
already rolled.
already rolled, maybe.
I
Okay.
already rolled. That's a 3 and a 1. I would have definitely. I should have pushed myself, but oh well. Already
Okay.
rolled.
Well, mark experience. Okay.
Come on,
You
guys.
try and start crawling across. Unfortunately, you're like kind of trying to crawling your way through some of these sort of catwalks and metal walkways, running along the side of the dog, when some heavy arms grab you, pull you over, and like pull you into the dog. You look up and you see there's like a bunch of bayonets like sticking into your belly. I mean, not like stabbing you and killing you, but like held right at your belly. A bunch of rifles ready to fire, and you are pretty much like captured.
Oh, geez. Okay.
So these air bugs, like one of them manages, in kind of decent hillish, um, drop the weapon.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Drop it slowly.
Oh, that I can't do.
So, are you dropping it?
It's already dropped.
Okay.
Like, he said it, I just went. So like he had no chance to say drop it slowly. Like it hit his feet
It's
already.
already on the floor.
Yeah.
All right. They leave the pick and placement just like on this walkway, and drag you back inside to the balloon dock. And they're like, take him to the marshal. They have dragged you inside. Okay. Flores, definitely still doing the best. You saw Dreamtree get captured. Lucano's stuck in his plane. And I mean, this mission has gone all kinds of wrong.
Oh man.
For you, I think like bouncy ball flies next to you, and he's like, he just shouts out like, "Look lively, Flores! We got the red buzzer on our tail!" And you see the red buzzer is indeed winging his way up to come around to attack you guys.
All right. That'll be such a great notch to have on his gun.
Oh man, I can see the temptation. Nothing saying you can't try.
Yeah, but well, I'm sure. I get the feeling Lucano can take. Well, definitely Lucano can take care of himself, but it's Dreamtree that is sort of in a pickle. Um. So I think no, I think he doesn't want to make this any worse, and having the buzzer like in the air still is too much of a risk. Um, so he's gonna try and like with with his fellow pilot sort of like get his way towards the Baron to get the upper hand, to try and get the upper hand. So and I think unless I'm sure if Lucano hadn't seen Dreamtree captured, he would sort of like pass over Lucano and just sort of be like, and just sort of warn Dreamtree's been captured, kind of a thing.
Yeah, kind of shouts out as he's zooming by.
Yeah. And then he'll make his way towards the if he can get a shot on the buzzer, then he'll do it. But
all right, let's do it. Let's make that roll. I think it's not doesn't take a roll to warn. But to take let's roll for the shot.
All right. I think
it's going to be desperate, so you do get some mark experience.
Okay, cool.
And let me know if you want Devil's Bargainer to burn some stress for an extra die.
I think this is a stress since he knows how good the buzzer is.
Right.
So I'll mark those two. That's funny. 3, 4, 5, 6.
A
Oof. All right. Well, very intense. Could have gone wrong, but we're going with that beautiful 6. Um, I think it's not a kill shot, but it's definitely. I think this is like the prelude to a kill shot.
All
I
right.
think what you do is like you fire back and you blow apart the squirt gun holding the bug spray. So it blows up like in his below his plane, which of course takes out one of his main weapons and also like drenches his plane in bug spray. So severely hampering him. Um he like buzzes back and it's like he does it like an expert like loop de loop to avoid you and try and get further around, do some more damage, but his plane is looking like really bad. Like it's moving slower, it's leaking bug spray. Uh Bernie Ball shouts out like, "You've wounded the buzzer. Good show, old boy."
Not bad for a first timer.
All right, Lucano, uh, you are stuck. A bunch of these air bugs are coming in, bringing up their guns. What do you do?
um hmm. How hard it would be to climb out like the opposite side of the crash from where I'm at, like away from them?
Ooh, okay. I
Pretty
would say it'd
hard.
be risky, but it could be done.
Okay. I'm going to reach my bag and set the timer on my explosive charge, which is right next to where all of the bombs and the bomb bay are. And then I'm going to hurriedly extract myself and run the opposite direction from them and try to make a way to the Dream Tree.
Nice. Okay, you're going after Dream Tree, going into the bowels of the ship, leaving an explosive trap behind. Go ahead and roll. It could be wrecked, maybe, or maybe maneuver. I'll let you decide.
I'll do maneuver, because I have it over the top. So I'm, I guess that's charging into the teeth of the enemy, not necessarily away from the enemy.
Yeah.
Um, I will push myself though for this.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 6.
Oh man.
It
All
was
right.
two threes and a 6, but it was a 6.
Boy, we're like this is like skin of our teeth kind of gaming here. Like
I love it
these
though.
dice are out. These dice are out for us. Like it's rough. Um,
We're dozens
you
of inches up in the air. Like this is life or death in any situation.
absolutely. Okay, you dash down that walkway. What does it look like? As the bombs go off behind you?
Um, I think that just whatever sort of like bombs, the pebble bombs that are in the back, just absolutely just detonate, and just whatever like track or like sort of like scaffolding that's underneath there, just sort of like shudders and begins to like sort of break away. Just and whatever bug that wasn't you know it wasn't ready for this sort of detonation, like grabbing onto something, it's like tumbling down afterwards. Um, hopefully did some damage to the actual balloon itself. Um,
Oh, definitely.
our
Yeah.
job to destroy the thing is a little bit easier.
I think so. Yeah, you like the walkway is just shoring away. A bunch of those bugs who are about to capture you or kill you fall to their doom, screaming as they drop down below. And as you look back, like you see there is a big gash in the side of the balloon dog. And like air is starting to leak out of it. So it's starting the whole thing is kind of lifting to the side a little bit. Dream
Okay.
Tree, maybe inside you can use that to your advantage. You are dragged into the ship, like down a hallway. There's like two beefy looking soldier ants just like grabbing your arm, dragging you along. They bring you into like the very middle of it, and this is like the heart of the undercarriage. You're kind of like inside the balloon dog at this point. Um,
Okay.
and it's sort of like the very sparse militaristic outside has kind of been replaced with almost a fancy like cruise ship stateroom kind of look. But still very kind of like gothic, uh, medieval, baronial kind of decor here. Lots of like sort of metal kind of painted looking like stone, like a big table made of like a thimble in the middle for like the office. Fancy hangings of like pictures of Nessenheim generals and Kaisers of the past looming down on you. You are hurled into the middle, and you see a scorpion who has a little hat with like a death's head. This like bug skull with the crossed legs below. Max Flores would recognize this guy. This is uh, Von Venom, who is one of the leading field marshals and the most elite of the Nessenheim soldiers. Uh, they like hurl you beforehand. You smash into the thimble. Uh, Von Venom is like, ah, the little bug that tried to crawl across our doggy. What do you have to say for yourself, little bug?
Well, you could have made it a lot easier to get me in here, since you brought me to you anyway.
Um, he's like, precisely. I understand that you are now a prisoner of ours
Well,
and
from
are
your
thus.
perspective,
What other perspective is there?
perhaps I'm right where I want to be.
Whoa. Okay. I think at this moment, this is when like the whole aircraft kind of shoves to the left a little bit. So if you want to make a move, now is your time. If you
Okay.
want to.
Um, are any guards wearing grenade belts or anything like that around me?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think every guard, like the two flanking you, each has like a grenade on their belt as well as the rifle.
All right. I would like to drink my own rage venom and pull as many pins
Whoa.
off of grenades as I can. Just pull pins and then run.
Wow. Okay. We're going hard in this game for sure. All right. Uh this is desperate. You get an extra die because some mark experience, please.
Okay.
Um this could be, what do you think this is? Like wreck maybe or maneuver or skirmish?
Um, I would gladly take maneuver. I understand wreck. I mean, I'm gonna go with your best judgment on this one.
Right. I think maneuver is okay.
Okay. Because it says what into position, traverse obstacles, climb, swim, right amount. Okay, and tumble.
Yeah, you're like moving around. You get an extra die because of that rage juice.
Okay, cool.
And then let me know if you want a devil's bargain or push yourself.
I am stressed out. Even though I said what I said, I'm in the in the mouth of the beast right now. You know what I mean? Like there's no worse place to be.
Oh boy, absolutely.
um
Yeah, oh, definitely.
so I will take the bargain, please, this time. Um
Bargain.
so the bargain gives
Okay.
me a dice, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I will say if this fails, you'll get the grenades off. You'll do some damage, but like as you try and make your way out, the Marshal Von Venom is gonna like get you in his pincers, and you will get stunned, which will like stun you pretty badly.
Makes sense. Makes total sense. This figures, yeah. This is not a good position, but I can't think of another way to get out of here, in all honesty. And I don't want the sergeant walking into a trap.
Oh man. Okay.
All right, so maneuver.
Really intense. All right.
Oh, dang it. Okay. There's a 6. I was just hoping for 2.
Oh,
I had a lot.
six is
I had a
good.
lot of
Six is
dice to
good.
roll. This is the first time I've ever rolled. Was it 5 dice? Because of all the things I did. I did
Wow.
the bargain. I stressed. I gained the potency. But I got 1, 2, 4, 4, 6. Man, dice. Come
Ooh,
on.
okay. The 6 is good though, so it's good. The crit would have been nice, but
Yeah.
we'll settle for the 6. Because like it's a desperate move, but it works out. Um, you like pull the pins out of like 2 of these sort of stick grenades on their belts, and then like just dash back, rolling. What does it look like as you make your way out of there, out of this kind of stateroom?
Uh, you've never seen her like this, but she is like eyes bugged out, like Naruto running, like arms behind, like just 2 pins
I
in her
love it.
fingers, just running away as crazily as possible, using the adrenaline from the rage venom. But yeah, just like full on, just like getting out of there and hoping that that makes some good move.
Absolutely. Yeah, you hear the explosions ripping to life behind you. Um, Von Venom like screams out, "Get that ladybug!" You're not sure what happened to him, but yeah, explosion is like tearing apart the stateroom. You dash your way through, and I say like you bump into Lucano coming the other way. I think Lucano, you were able to recover your twig emplacement too from the walkway where it fell. So you've like armed up and you are reunited.
Why did you drop this? Why did you do that?
I had no choice.
Okay. I trust you.
Yeah, how
I
did
just
you
have
see?
2 pins. Look what I did. Look what I did. We need to get
Yeah.
out of here now.
Let's go. Has enough damage been done to the ship to like cause critical injury? Does it still need something else?
One more thing would do it, especially like if you could go to the engine room and blow that up, or the bomb compartments, like where the explosives are.
Yeah.
Like one more big blast would tear this thing apart.
She is deeply sorry about dropping your gun, by the way.
That's fine. He's just giving you a hard time.
She just can't. She can't show it right now.
All right, Flores. I think like
Yep.
from where you are flying around, like you see this explosion inside, like the BD-44 does like kind of a shudder and like sort of the balloon fabric, the balloon skin. I don't know what you call it. The substance of the balloon like pulses and expands a bit in the toward its belly. So like your friends are up to something in there.
Alrighty.
But you're still flying around. You look down and you see the red buzzer is like kind of trying to flying sort of like behind some of his flying flea circus friends to make like present like a show of force and all come at you at once.
Gotcha.
And you do see he is like a very special sort of mercenary friend who is flying along with him, a Japanese hornet, which are these like absolutely absurdly huge hornets that are just terrifying. And one of them is like flying towards you with him as well.
Okay. So we know that the buzzer is the pilot is known for risky maneuvers. So I'm going to do the same thing that he does and pull a risky maneuver and just sort of almost like I'm maneuvering like straight toward him and just
Oh man.
going try and like take him out, just unloading on him.
Okay. I like this high aggression, like matching him there. It's gonna be
Yeah.
desperate, so go
All right.
for it.
I think I am. This is also going to be push myself for this one.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right. Down. That's a crit.
Oh my god.
Damn.
4, 5, and 2 6s.
Insane. Okay, well, definitely mark experience for that too. Um, but yeah, you just like, or actually, I'll ask you, how do you shoot down and destroy and kill the red buzzer?
Give me 1 second to mark this, mark my notch experience. Yeah, I'll put it here. And I think it's just sort of, like I said, I sort of like bank over and like seeing him and just like, oh, okay. And just like, I think I pull up like inches, like from hitting him and just sort of like
Oh
as I'm
man.
unloading and if you want, I think no that I'm going straight for the Baron, but there's a part of me that wants to be like, no, I take out a few of his fellow fleas as well.
Oh, I think so. I mean, with a crit, yeah, you like carve through the flea circus. I think you reach ace status like right there by taking out 5 of them.
Yeah, and I think like after I pull up, I'm just sort of like this. If anyone is around me, you would hear this like cackling laughter as I'm pulling up.
Oh man. Yeah, this up close attack just you send a bunch of splinter rounds just like into his plane, um cutting through the paper, ripping apart his body. His plane like spirals away. You see him like looking up, dying. His little innards are like scattered across the fuselage, the paper as it goes down. As he like looks up at you and gives you like a salute, sort of as respecting one airbug to another, respecting another pilot, and then yeah, his plane falls out of the sky and crashes somewhere in the grass, and he is gone. Whew. All right. After that great victory, inside BD-44, Lucano and Dreamtree are together. Lucano, what's the plan?
Um, which is the closest, the engine room or the bomb bay?
Um, let's see. Give me a research roll. There's probably some like maps around maybe written in like Nessenheim in the Nessen language. So
Can I help him
just
with
like to see
this
if you
one?
can figure it out.
Can I possibly help with this?
Sure.
You assist, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have books and scrolls. Can I use that on, or is that only for myself if I'm doing research?
Oh, I think you can do that. You can give him an
It's a
extra
di-
die for that.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a dice per use.
Okay.
yeah. I think that counts.
I will use my last grit to push, so I have 2 dice to roll for this. Knowing my luck, 4 and a 5.
Pretty good. It's not too tricky one as well though. It's controlled.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. You see like a map. You're able to kind of mount it on the wall there. You think the engine is closest, but unbeknownst to you, it's probably the more dangerous one.
I think I'm gonna go for the bomb bay. I think that the bomb bay will absolutely tear this place apart.
Okay, sounds good. Um. All right. So you and Dreamtree are dashing over for the Bombay. You make your way down. It's not too hard to maneuver through the plane, and then pretty soon, like you you reach the back. There's like it's a big kind of long rectangular chamber. There's like rows of bombs, all these like sort of pebbles kind of suspended from the ceiling on like little cords of yarn and like rubber band, and just in the pull of the button they can when they can drop down, do their damage. um so as you are like dashing through, you see all these bombs there, and there's more like stacked up. So the bombs are there. It all looks kind of automated. So there's not really a crew back here. What do you guys do?
I still have a grenade. Is there a place where there's like exposed explosives already, like I can like remove the explosive cores and stick a grenade inside. So it's sort of a chain reaction.
Definitely. Yeah, there's like some crates towards the back where, the bombs are waiting to be loaded, so you can like place it in there.
I'm gonna turn to Stilly. I don't know. Is Stilly even here with me? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
well, still, did you go with him?
I calmed down at this moment and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm with you.
We're going to need to run because I only have a grenade left, and that doesn't have a long timer on it.
Okay.
All right, you
need
pop it
anything
in.
else?
Can I pop it in, pull the pin, and then can I make a group maneuver?
Okay, well,
Make the group
hold on.
check.
This one, I think you pop it in. As you do so, a hulking figure appears in the doorway to the bomb bay, and you see it is Von Venom. He's looking a bit blown up, like some of his exoskeletons are blown off. His death's head cap is like askew. He's looking messed up from those grenades, but he's still looking very upset, and his pincers and stinger are ready to go. He just like glowers at Dreamtree and Lucano as he sort of skitters his way in. He reaches over and like presses a button, and he's like, "The bombs will fall," uh, and the bomb bay doors below open up. Maybe you'll say the bombs will fall. He's like, "One way or another, Hillington bugs, you will fall from the sky." So he presses a lever, and the bomb bay doors slide open below you. So now there's like these kind of big gaps, these big rectangular gaps on the floor, with the bomb suspended above them.
I'll hand my grenade to Stilly, and I'm gonna charge Von Venom.
Oh.
Oh man. Okay.
Hmm. Can I
Still, you can do something here.
Yeah, as you charge him, I'm gonna stab you with chem bomb.
Oh.
This neutralizes poisons and toxins.
Oh, extremely useful for fighting a scorpion.
Mm-hmm. Go get him, Sergeant.
Amazing. All right, Lucano, you race across, you like jump over one of these gaps. Let's go ahead and roll. It is definitely going to be desperate, so mark experience.
Okay. I how many grit? I'm going to I'll push myself. I will push myself. I'm stressed out here, but I'm still okay. I got half my stress bar up. I got triple fours.
Triple fours.
Triple fours.
Next one, triple sixes, right? Right.
Yeah, maybe.
So let's come on, give me that 6.
I've got triple ones. I could get enough triple fours.
All right. Well, the 4 is, I mean, it's not the best. You do it as a consequence. So for severe harm, a serious complication occurs. How are you attacking him? Like he's trying to swing his pincers out and try and his goal is to like try and grab you and shove you through one of these Bombay doors and like drop you down.
I'm trying to hit him like lower center of mass, try to flip him.
Right. Okay. I think you do it, and you like sort of flip him over. Are you going to try and slam him into one of the doors?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you're going to take 1 level of harm as you. So I think you do it. You take 1 level of harm as like his claw just gouges through your chest.
I'm gonna doctor that.
Ooh, okay. Very good. I think what happens is you throw him through the hole and like you kind of peel yourself away. So you're up. But then like as you look down, you see that he has one pincer is like grabbed onto the edge and he's like dangling below and is trying to pull himself in. Dream Tree, you have his grenade and you have those explosives in the crates back there. What are you doing?
All right, so please describe the sergeant's current exact situation again.
Oh wait, as you're doctoring him, he's not in the hole. Like he successfully put Von Venom through that gap, so he's with you. He's in the bomb bay,
Okay,
but he is hurt because of that claw.
got it. Okay. All right, so yeah, I'll use a doctor on that to remove the harm for a scene. So they ignore all wound penalties for a scene there, so you can
very good.
Slather some aloe on you or something for that cut, real quick, and then let me pull the pin purposefully on the grenade this time that I'm going to put to use, and then just like the sergeant intended, let's drop this one and get out of here. I think you already showed me which one to put it into, right? You already had
Yeah.
Okay, so let's not deviate from that. Let's just stick to the plan.
All right, you pop it in. Lucano, you start moving back. I think we're gonna need a group maneuver to get. Well, first of all, is your goal to get back to the basket, or you're just gonna try and like jump out and find some other way to escape? Like there are little parachutes made out of like coffee grounds that are around this place that could be used to ride down. You can find them, or you could try and make the dash back to the bomb basket.
I'm down for parachuting.
You only live once.
That's true. We either die up here in a fire explosion, or at least have a chance of falling to the ground and surviving.
Yeah, if the parachutes are closer, I'm going for that too. Yeah.
Same, yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think you can make a dash for a parachute. Maybe this would be like scouts, or it could be maneuver too. It could be a group action as well. I'll kind of think how you guys want to do it, and then we'll check back with Flores as well, his aerial combat after this one. But like we got to see how they're doing before the bomb goes off.
I got 2 in maneuver.
I'm fine with doing a group check for maneuver. I have 2 in maneuver as well.
Okay. And
if you want to lead that one, I'll roll with you.
I can do one more push on stress at least. Yeah, I think I got 2 more chances, so I'll do that for sure. All right, ready? 1, 2, oh no! I thought it was okay. 3, 5, 6.
4, 5.
Ooh, okay, so that's good. No run threes, no 1s or 3s rolled, and the highest one was a 6, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. With that, you guys as you kind of dash away from the bomb bay, you find 2 parachutes made out of coffee grounds mounted on the wall. So you can just strap them on and hop out somewhere. However, as you're putting them on your back, you look behind you in the bomb bay and you see Von Venom is like falling himself. He's hurt. He's been blown up. He's been, mandibled. But he is like this made of iron, brutal, old school scorpion, hussar. He is coming after you still. He is pulling himself back into the bomb bay to like chase you down.
I'm sorry,
All
Sergeant.
right, Flores. Oh yeah, sorry, Dream Tree. Go ahead. Okay, no, I want to end on this line before we cut away. Like I think this is a good way to a good line before the cut.
As I say, sorry, Sergeant. Just one more time, and I stab you with tonic. So you get physical potency now for a scene when we're back.
Nice. All right, Flores.
Yep.
You can tell your friends are somewhere in there. It looks like the bomb basket is like casting off because you can tell that, or they can tell they've got the plans. They've done their mission.
Yeah.
And you can tell that this BD-44 is not long for this world.
Could I? Yeah. Could I have seen this dangling scorpion as I was flying?
maybe a little bit. I think he's back in by now.
All right.
Unless you think you could try and take a shot at him as you swing by.
That's what I was hoping to do.
All
Just
right, go for it.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't think it's not necessarily desperate for you. I'd say it's risky.
Okay. Then, do I want to? I will do an aim for this.
Okay.
To increase my effect.
Okay.
And I've got stress to burn, so I'm going to push myself again.
What happened?
Two threes and two ones.
Oh no. Good news is it's only risky. I think as you're about to aim at him, the giant Japanese hornet comes out of nowhere and smashes into your plane.
Ah, jeez.
Your poor airplane goes like winging down in a total tailspin, crashing out of the sky with you onto it. And you're like hanging on as this humongous, freakishly large hornet is just like chewing up the front of your plane with its mandibles.
Ah, you son of a gun.
All right, Lucano, Von Venom has pulled himself back inside, just like glaring at you hatefully. The grenade is set. What do you do?
How is the mechanism to like open or close the bomb bay doors like a lever?
Yeah, and you're actually pretty close to it because it's kind of in the entrance.
Could I grab him and like throw him into it so it closes the bomb bay doors before the grenade goes off? Like push him into it?
Oh, so you're gonna try and like trap him inside the bomb bay? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yes, you're gonna hurl him into. All right, absolutely, hurl him into the lever. You do get extra die too because of that potency.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably a maneuver. To shove
I can see
somebody.
that, or skirmish too.
See, this would definitely be a skirmish.
Yeah, it'd be.
Okay. 3 dice to push myself.
Oh man! All right.
Three, a 4, and a 4.
A 3, a 4, and a 4. Okay. All right. Give yourself experience too. So you do it as a consequence. I'm gonna say you hurl him back, you smash him into the lever. You start to run and dash out, but as you go, his stinger lashes out and like cuts into your parachute a bit, causing a rip to appear. You don't see it just yet, but it is there. You dash through. You're on the other side. The doors close. He shouts a wordless cry of rage, and then the grenade goes off, and the bomb bay explodes behind you. So Dream Tree and Lucano, are you jumping off the nearest catwalk before it blows up? All right, you guys swan dive off of the ship and are plummeting through midair as you're zooming down below you. And Flores, in the middle, as you're like wrapped up in this battle with the Hornet, you look up and you see that BD-44 is just like blown to pieces. Like actually in a rather hilarious way. The bomb bay is like right in its middle, so it blows up. It cuts a big hole into it, and then it's like, one of those balloons with a hole in it that goes like so in a rather wacky end to this flying death machine, it goes and sort of flies everywhere while making a hilarious little helium noise, kind of caterwauling, careening around the yard before finally just exploding in a final blast of balloon material. Destroyed, and Hillington is safe from the bombing run. Lucano and Dreamtree, you are tumbling down through the sky. Dreamtree, you pull your parachute, and you are successfully floating back towards your lines. Lucano, you pull the cord on your parachute, and it's still able to carry you down safely, so you won't die. However, the rip means that it kind of catches the wind, and you see you were going to land either in No Bugs Land or in behind enemy lines. So Flores, you can see this. You have a chance to pick him up with the airplane. Dream Tree, you're a bit below him. You can try and follow him to like go where he goes. Let's check back with Dream Tree too. So Dream Tree, are you gonna try and like follow him, or are you just gonna like focus on keeping your parachute going straight down? What's your plan here?
Man, if I notice that the sergeant's not on course, I'm definitely gonna follow, because that's kind of been our code. So I'm not gonna break that at all. If I can maneuver, dang, I wish I wasn't below him. But oh well. Yeah, I'll just do my best to sort of I guess, what do they call it? Tail it from ahead. You follow someone from ahead.
Go ahead and give me a maneuver.
All right. 5 and 4 is 5.
Ooh, okay. This is not I would say it's controlled. So a 5 is the highest.
Yep.
I think you get a little bit like behind him. So you'll land sort of where he is, but like I mean, even though he is above you, kind of like the way wind is going, he might kind of land first. And he'll be like ahead of you a little bit.
Okay.
All right, Flores, what is your plan here? You got this big Japanese hornet on you.
Yeah. Like, can I still maneuver the plane, or is that sort of like on its way, sort of careening down?
You can still maneuver. You can try and like pull up and direct it.
I do kind of like this fun, crazy idea that I have, because the Hornet's on the
All right,
front of
let's
the
hear
plane,
it.
right?
What's that?
The Hornet's on the front of the plane, right?
Yeah, kind of like the nose.
Okay, yeah. I unstrap myself from the plane, get up onto the front, and sort of hook my rifle around his neck, and sort of like yank him off, and I'm sort of trying to steer him down to the ground.
Whoa. So are you gonna ride him?
Yes.
Oh man. Okay, let's do it. Absolutely crazy. Definitely desperate.
Yeah. Okay. Um,
This could be skirmish or maneuver. There's a lot of things this could be.
I
What
feel
do
like
you
this.
think it is?
I feel like this is more of a skirmish, which is not my specialty, but that's okay. I've still got a couple of dice in it. Mm, I've still got 4 stress to burn. Actually, what would be a devil's bargain?
Ooh. The devil's bargain is you will crash close to Lucano, behind enemy lines too.
I mean, that's not the worst thing. Eh, yeah, I'll take it.
All
take
right,
that.
let's do it.
All right. Come on, 3 dice. Yeah. Okay. There's a 5 in there.
All right.
So, like I said, not my strongest suit. So,
Yeah. A serious complication. Okay. You'll leave the plane, you hop on this hornet, you're strangling it with your rifle. Like both of you go zooming, careening down, wind just like whipping through you. The hornet is like buzzing madly. Um I think you crash into No Bugs Land
okay.
alongside this hornet, who is like the hornet is done. Like he like gets impaled on like a chunk of toothpick jutting out of the ground and is killed. You
Okay.
are hurled off and smashed into the dirt. You're really battered up yourself. You are going to take, or actually, no, it wasn't too. You're not going to take any harm. You were able to like land successfully. The hornet takes the worst of the damage, but now you're in a bad situation. And Lucano
Yeah.
lands next to you, and you guys are kind of like stuck there. in the middle of No Bugs Land. You can see on the other side, the Nessenheim ranks. You can see they've realized what's going on. That a bunch of bugs fell out of the sky, landed in front of them. They're reaching for their guns to try and bring you down. Dream Tree, you're floating down behind them. Lucano, what are you doing?
We're in no man's land, correct?
Yes.
How far away are we from our own line?
You could make it, but it's going to take a roll.
And still is gonna land behind our lines or with us?
He'll land next to you. Well, I'll say to make it easier, we'll say that at this point Dream Tree has landed next to you, so you guys are all together in No Bugs Land.
I'm gonna turn to the group like, we've gotten out of worse scraps than this.
Yeah.
That hasn't really been
Flores-
kind of our day.
I feel like as you saw like him, Flores like roll after that, he sort of like his roll is like punctuated by laughter and like he's still cackling, and he's like, "Let's do this."
I'm gonna lead a charge back towards our line.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
I'm
The
gonna-
sharks
yeah, I'm-
survive.
This is I'm leading the group action, so I will take all the stress on this one.
Okay.
Over the top. Now, hopefully that will apply in
Okay.
this situation.
Oh yeah, it is desperate too. Some mark experience. Flores, Dream Tree, go ahead and roll, and we'll see how we all do.
What's the roll?
It is a maneuver roll.
Maneuver.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Seeing Patrick's look there. All right, any threes from Flores or Dream Tree? Threes or
Yep.
twos or ones?
Not my highest.
3.
Highest
Okay.
is 6.
right, Lucano,
the highest
how'd you
of the
do?
6. I rolled 2 4s and a 2, so I'm taking 2 stress after this.
Ah,
We did get
Wait,
that 6
okay.
though.
you did get a
Yeah.
6?
Yeah, I got a 6.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. All right, so mark the stress, but thanks to everybody working together, you like dash across. You're just pounding through the mud. There's like rifle shots cracking over you, splinters burning through the sky. You race over to your line. You see like a bunch of Hillington bugs rushing over to cover you and like shouting and urging you on, and then somehow like through their cover and through your courage and just grit, you pull your way through and crash into safety in their lines. You make it over and you are safe, and you look up and see the last moments of BD 44 as the balloon dog burns and collapses in the distance. A
Yeah.
tough mission, but you succeeded.
I think as soon as I sort of like dive into cover, I scream, "I took out the buzzard!"
Yeah, you did.
All right. So with that, there is going to be, so there's going to be some intense missions to come. Like, this is it. We're in at the death. And it's, there's no animal worse when it's cornered and wounded. We're going to see some of that next time. But let's go ahead and mark experience here, get the experience, and then see some level ups happen with all of our heroes. Let's start with our medic, Dream Tree.
Okay. Let's see. If you survive the mission.
Yes.
Okay. Check. If you helped your squad through medical knowledge or emotional comfort. I believe I did that.
Oh, I would
Sorry,
think so.
Sergeant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have another stab wound from me.
One of many.
It's just so fun, though. I'm sorry. And it works so well for you. It really does. Let's see. If I brought into play heritage or traumas, I don't think I did. Let's see. Heritage, no consorting this time and stuff like that. And then what was the highest threat?
Highest threat was a 6.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, the red buzzer and Von Venom are like 6s, and there was both of them. So you can't get 12, but it was 6 total. And as for Von Venom, I must say, never found the body.
Oh no.
But yeah, 6 is the highest order, and you guys did take out the buzzer, so incredible.
Oh yeah, nice
All
work
right.
on that one.
Yeah, with Flores, I still can't believe it. All right, got our levels in for Dream Tree. Lucano, let's check in with our sergeant there.
Yeah, did I survive the mission? Once again, I have survived.
I know, against all odds.
Seriously. Did I help my squad through courage and determination? So?
I would say so.
And reckless abandon.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I really brought into. I don't really think I brought my heritage or my traumas into this one particularly. So, and then the highest set is 6, so it's 8 for me.
All right. Then we'll bounce over to Flores.
Yes. I did survive the mission. Helped the squad through keen observation or key shots. I would definitely say so.
Oh yeah.
Brought into play my heritage or traumas. I would argue that I brought in my paranoia through going after the buzzard instead of trying to help his friends. Because
yeah, I could see the need to strike a blow instead of helping the squad out.
Yeah. And then, but heritage, I would say no. And then, so that's, and then per threat was another 6.
Yeah,
so that's
a cool 6.
Cool. Some good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's gonna. Yeah, that'll fill up 2 wheels for me.
Nice.
Wow.
Dump them all
All
into
right. Well, I
one
mean,
for
it makes
me.
sense. You guys have been around the war for a long time. You guys are the battle-hardened veterans. And next time, the battle is getting harder as Little's got some important intel about maybe chance to get even with Sir Basil Rosemary Time. To do that, you got to join some of these United Hive newcomers as you'll go into the Battle of Azalea Wood. And that as well, in the Battle of the Azalea is where we'll pick up next week for the penultimate episode, the Iron Kaiser's Battle. And the second to last episode of World War Bug.
Ooh.
Damn.
I saw Patrick shedding a tear.
All wars end. That's the one good thing about them.
True.
Oh, okay, guys. Thank you so much for playing tonight. Thanks for wearing that sweet hat there, Michael. That
I'm glad I
kinda made
sort of
Very
figured out
cool.
how to wear it.
it did make my night. It really did. So thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for checking in on all the older episodes. So if you've only watched it, you click on this one and go, what is going on? Go all the way to Arc 1. It's on YouTube. It will always stay on YouTube till YouTube's not a thing. So it's there. Make sure to check out old episodes if you're a little bit like, what are these guys doing? We have all of them still up there in order. So thanks again for everybody that's playing, everybody that's watching. We're going to be back next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific. But until then, make sure to pull up a chair and make time to tabletop.
Tabletop.
We will see you all very soon.